Hey everybody, this is Rycard here again, and welcome to another Pokemon Movesets video. Today's video is going to be all about Electivire, so let's get started by taking a look at this Pokemon's typing, abilities, and stats. So to start things off, Electivire is an electric-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 4 as the evolution to Electabuzz, and has access to two abilities, the first of which being Motor Drive, which is an ability that gives this Pokemon immunity to electric-type attacks, while also simultaneously providing it with a +1 speed boost every time an electric-type attack is used against it. And for its hidden ability, this Pokemon has access to Vital Spirit, which makes it so that this Pokemon can never be put to sleep. Stat-wise though, Electivire has some pretty average defenses, with a base 75 HP, 67 defense, and 85 special defense, meaning that it's not really going to be taking hits that well from its opponent's Pokemon, and is more suited to be a very offensive threat for your team, as you will note here by its great attacking stats of base 123 physical attack, 95 special attack, and 95 speed, allowing this Pokemon to be a powerful and potent physical or special attacker on the battlefield with a pretty decent amount of speed as well to outpace a lot of other opponents. So with that, let's take a look at the first moveset that I have for you in this video. So for this first moveset, we're going to start by running Electivire physically offensive. So we're going to begin by giving it either a Jolly Nature to boost its speed but lower its special attack, or a Naive Nature to boost its speed but lower its special defense, and then going with the Motor Drive ability. As to the EVs, we're going to max out its physical attack and its speed stat with 252 EVs into both of those stats, while putting the remainder 4 into its defense. And for the item on the set, since this is a fully offensive set for this Pokemon to really make use of some powerful physical moves, we're going to go with either an Expert Belt to increase the damage of all of our super effective attacks, a Life Orb to increase the damage of all of our attacks at the cost of losing 10% of our health every time we damage our opponent, a Choice Scarf to lock us into a move while boosting our speed, or a Choice Band to lock us into a move while boosting our physical attack. But for the moves, this moveset is designed to take advantage of this Pokemon's insanely good physical type coverage. So we're going to start this one off by giving it Wild Charge for a main stab electric type attack, and then also Ice Punch in the second move slot to give you that really great electric ice type coverage that allows this Pokemon to hit most things in the game for at least neutral damage, barring a very small amount of exceptions. Then we're going to be running Earthquake in our third move slot to give us a powerful ground type attack coverage option, and for the last move, either running Fighting or Fire coverage in the form of Cross Chop or Fire Punch for a physical attack, or going with Volt Switch here to give this Pokemon a decently powerful special attack, which is recommended to be used in combination with the Naive Nature, but also a reliable way of switching in and out of battle, possibly granting you switch initiative to another member of your team, and keeping the momentum going in your favor. But all in all, this set just has a ton of options as far as hitting things super effectively, or at least for neutral damage, and when you power it up also with a Choice Scarf or a Choice Band, it becomes that much more threatening. As for this next moveset, we're also going to be running another physical attacking set for Electivire, but one that takes advantage of some Z boosting moves that it now has access to in the 7th generation. So we're going to start this one off with a Jolly Nature to boost its speed but lower its special attack, go with the Motor Drive ability again, and an EV spread of 252 attack, 4 defense, and 252 speed EVs, again just like before, to max out its physical attack and speed stat. But for the first move on the set, we're either going to go with Meditate or Electric Terrain to be used in combination with either Psychium Z for Meditate or Electrium Z for Electric Terrain. And this will give this Pokemon a reliable way of boosting its stats to potentially enhance its sweeping potential. So Meditate by itself increases your physical attack by 1 stage, but when used in combination with Psychium Z, you actually are granted an additional physical attack boost, essentially giving this Pokemon a Swords Dance through the use of the Z moves. And this is something that this Pokemon has never really had access to before, and can allow it to enhance its physical offensive power even more so. But if you want to go for a reliable speed boosting option, going with Electric Terrain and Electrium Z will allow you to do just that, as this will set up the Electric Terrain while also providing you with a +1 speed boost. The other advantage too to this is that you will now have increased power on your electric type attacks, and also you won't be able to fall asleep, which is essentially granting you the Vital Spirit ability without even having to run it, which is kind of a really cool effect of this. But again, for our attacking options, Wild Charge and Ice Punch are going to be staples of the set to allow this Pokemon to have really great neutral coverage all around, and then running either an additional coverage move in the form of Earthquake, Cross Chop, or Fire Punch, depending on your preferences of what you want this Pokemon to hit either neutrally or super effectively. Now moving on to the more special side of this Pokemon's move pool, we're going to start this set off by giving it a Timid Nature to boost its speed but lower its physical attack, going with the Motor Drive ability, and an EV spread this time of 4 defense, 252 special attack, and 252 speed EVs to this time max out its special attack and its speed stat. And like before, for our item, we're going to be going with either an Expert Belt to increase the damage of our super effective attacks, a Life Orb to increase the damage of all of our attacks at the cost of losing 10% of our health every time we damage our opponent, a Choice Scarf to boost our speed stat while locking us into a move, or Choice Specs to boost our special attack while locking us into a move. But for the moves on this set, since we are going special, our main stab electric type attack is going to be either Thunderbolt, Discharge, or Volt Switch. Thunderbolt being the strongest option here, Discharge being a little bit weaker but having a greater chance to paralyze, and Volt Switch giving you that utility of being able to switch in and out of battle while you make use of this move. And if you do go with Volt Switch here, this could also lead you to possibly have an additional coverage option later on this moveset, while also still retaining the great utility of granting this Pokemon and its team switch initiative and keeping the momentum going, as mentioned previously. But in addition to our main electric type attack, we're going to be going with Flamethrower to be a powerful fire type move, and then for your third slot, running either Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Grass to give this Pokemon an additional coverage option that will more specifically allow it to hit opposing ground types super effectively that will be immune to your electric type stab. But finally, for the last move slot, we can either go with Focus Blast to again give us a powerful fighting type coverage option, this time of a special variant, or going with the Volt Switch on this last move slot as well, if you want to run two electric type attack options, one for dealing more damage in Thunderbolt and Discharge, and then one for allowing you to switch in and out of battle. But either way, this set has a lot of really great coverage and is very powerful despite it having a little bit of a lower special attack stat than its physical attack stat, as you do gain quite a bit of an advantage against your opponents that would normally be able to shut down your physical attacking sets by running a special one. Finally, for the last moveset of this video, I'm going to be showing off a special Z boosting set that this Pokemon could take advantage of. So like the previous moveset, we're going to go with the Timid Nature, the Motor Drive ability, and an EV spread that'll max out our special attack and speed stat. But for the moves, the first one that we're going to be going with this time is going to be Electric Terrain, used again in combination with Electrium Z to provide us with a +1 speed boost, while also simultaneously setting up the electric terrain on the battlefield to boost the power of our electric type attacks. And for our main stab electric move on this set, we're either going to go with Thunderbolt to be just the most powerful option here, or go with Charge Beam, which is a little bit more viable of a main stab electric type attack on this set because the electric terrain will actually be boosting its damage further. And the added benefit of going with Charge Beam is that we also have that chance of boosting our special attack by one stage, making this set potentially even more threatening, as you will now have a boosted speed stat and potentially a boosted special attack stat as well. And to go along with this, we're again going to run Flamethrower in our third move slot, and then either Hidden Power Ice, Hidden Power Grass, or Focus Blast to give us Pokemon an additional type coverage option to allow it to hit many things super effectively, or at least for neutral damage, while it attempts to sweep its opponent's team with its boosted stats. But anyways, everybody, that is it for this video on Electivire. Thank you all for watching. This is a video I've really wanted to make for a very long time, and I'm glad that I finally got around to it. So as always, everybody, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.